everyone, I am Ramya Shri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. On 20th of October, planet Mars, Kuja or Mangal, enters Karka Rashi, which is its Neech Rashi or debilitation sign. So Mars being debilitated will aspect Tula Rashi from its 4th aspect, and through its 7th aspect it will aspect Makar Rashi, which is its exaltation sign, and from its 8th aspect it will aspect Aquarius sign, that is Kumbh Rashi, where currently Shani is present. So all these three Rashis get activated, and all these can give some adverse effects as well. So whether it would be positive effects or negative effects, it will depend on the individual horoscope. So in this video, I'll be explaining in detail about what the Mars transit effects would be on all the individual moon sign, and also some predictions from the Medini Jyotish. So first I'm starting with the individual moon sign predictions. So if you want to see only for your own Rashi, please do make use of the timestamp provided in the description, or you can watch the complete video if you are an astrological enthusiast. So let's begin with this. Firstly, on the day Mars is transiting to Kark Rashi, I am casting a Kundli at the right time when it transits. So it is around 2 hours 26 minutes in and around, and it is that time that Mars transits to Karka Rashi. So when Mars enters Karka Rashi, it will be debilitated as well as Vargottam for the first 3 degree 20 minutes. Because it's a Char Rashi, the first Navamsha will be a Vargottam Navamsha, and that's why Mars, though being debilitated, won't show some great amount of negative results instantly, but there will be the vibes which would be felt during the process. So taking at that time, we will have Kumbh Lagna and Vakri Shani will be in the Lagna, and we have Moon and Jupiter in Vrishab Rashi. So Moon will be in Rohini Nakshatra. So this also a method to actually point out where Moon is there, because from the natal Moon, if the Gochara or the transit Moon, if it is in 2589, it is considered as a Rajat Murti. So if you have watched my previous videos where I have done Murti Nirnaya, that is also a method to understand the transit results. So coming back here, so it's a Kumbh Lagna as you can see on the screen, and Shani is in the Lagna, and Moon Jupiter is in the 4th house, and the transit of Mars here is happening from the 5th house to the 6th house. So we already know that Mars being a Karaka of the 6th house and a malefic in the 6, 8, 12 always gives a good amount of results. So not just a negative but also good amount of results, and it is being the Karka Rashi, so where it is debilitated. But though being debilitated, Moon is exalted. That is Mars, which is residing in Karka Rashi, and Karka Rashi's Lord Moon is exalted in Vrishab Rashi. So in a kind, it is a Neecha Bhanga Raj Yoga as well. So for a moment, for the day when it is transiting, so this means that we may not expect completely negative results. We will even have some positive and auspicious results as well during this time. So we can see Sun and Mercury in the 9th house, that is in Tula Rashi. Yes, Sun is also debilitated during this time. So both Sun and Mars will be debilitated in Kendra to each other. That is also a point which we have to consider. And Venus would be in the Mars house. So Venus disposter is lacking strength. So that is a point for us to note. And Rahu Ketu, which are in Meen Rashi and Kanya Rashi, 2-8 axis. So this is the planetary positions on the day or at the time Mars transits to Karka Rashi. So we have seen there are some positives as well as some negatives. So starting with all the Janma Rashis, first let's take up Mesh Rashi. So for Mesh Rashi natives, Mars or Mangal becomes the your Rashi Adhipati itself. So for Mesh Rashi natives, your Rashi Adhipati getting debilitated in the 4th house it does actually bring some amount of problems and worries for your domestic happiness, and also some kind of worries about your mother, about your home, or any kind of your properties as well. So if you are dealing with real estate matters, you have to be very careful during this time. It is not advised to go ahead if you are into that. And also because Mars becomes your 8th lord, also 8th lord getting debilitated in the 4th house, it is kind of that whatever sudden disappointments or any kind of problems you had, that will actually reduce for a some time, because from 8th house 4th house is the 9th house. So somewhere whatever disappointments or whatever problems you were facing from a very long time, because 8th house represents the problems faced from a very long time, so in those matters you will have the support of fortune for some time. So this fortune also will start favoring you, because the 9th lord Jupiter is already retrograde and is in 2nd house, and now it is with moon also. So because the Jupiter is retrograde and it is along with the moon, we can say some amount of benefic results, that is the support of fortune or luck also will favor you. So that's a positive thing for you. And because of Sun, who is your natural 5th lord, is in the 7th house along with the 6th house, so this might be little bit concerned about your, this shows some amount of concern towards your children health as well. So during this time you may actually be more worried about your children's progress as well and their health as well. And coming to the Saturn posited in 11th house, who is Vakri, and very soon he'll turn direct as well, because November 15th is when Saturn will turn direct. So it's a good place for any planet sitting in 11th house. That to 11th lord in 11th house is good. So your profession and professional income will really go well. And Rahu in 12th house, of course, it's blocking most of the auspicious results which Jupiter is trying to give. So that's something which we are already aware of. So coming here to mention for Mesha Rashi, because Mars is placed in 4th house and is actually debilitated, we may not expect only the inauspicious results. It is just devoid of strength, we can say. But because we have to even consider the individual horoscope, that is during the birth time how planet Mars is placed. Because if in your individual horoscope, if planet Mars is placed in Capricorn Rashi, that is where it gets exalted, then this transit can definitely be invariably good, because this has been observed over time that for people who have an exalted and well placed Mars in their Janma Kundli, usually get auspicious results even when the planet is debilitated. Many people have got a new job also, especially Mesha Rashi natives, when Mars was debilitated in previous transits. So that's also one good thing which you can expect during this time. So it can boost your career, your visibility in your workplace. Also it can help your appraise, because now appraisal season is also going. Definitely it can help you in your workplace also. So fortune will favor you. So by what else Mesha Rashi natives want? They just have to take care of the health of their children, and also they should have some focus towards their domestic happiness or towards their family, especially mother, and also on all the property matters. If they have any legal suit also, this time would be little bit crucial. They have to focus, and they have to maintain patience also, because Saturn in 11th house, so results will come little bit slow, and it is Vakri, so it comes with some amount of patience, so you have to wait for that. So if you are running under good Dasha and Antardasha, then this transit won't give you inauspicious results to a larger extent. It will give you auspicious results itself to the majority of the extent, so you can expect that. So to overall to say for Mesha Rashi, Mars being in 4th house for you will aspect your 7th house as well as the 10th house and the 11th house. So it is very good for your profession and for your professional income, and also for visibility at workplace. If you have a very good Mars in your individual horoscope and your current Dasha, Antardasha is also supportive to that. So Mesha Rashi natives, good luck. Next, coming to Vrishab Rashi. So for Vrishab Rashi natives, this transit is happening in the 3rd house, and for Vrishab Rashi, Mars becomes the 7th lord and the 12th lord. So because 7th lord Mars is in the 3rd house debilitated and 12th lord in the 3rd house debilitated, it kind of shows that most of the efforts you are putting in, it is going in vain. So you might work hard very much at your workplace, and you might not be getting the results, and that might be causing you some amount of disappointment also, because Mars being in the third house will aspect your 10th lord as well as the 10th house. So this time period might be little bit crucial for you, because Mars is aspecting your 9th house also, which is your fortune and luck. So you might see problems in making your fortune favor for yourself. So till the time Mars is in Karka Rashi, so you might actually expect this. But fortunately, you have Moon and Jupiter in your Rashi and Venus in your 7th house. So with so many benefic planets in 1/7 axis, what happens is that no matter what amount of troubles you get, somehow or the other, you will find a way to get through it. So this is one good factor, because when all the benefic planets are in the Kendras, so majority of the benefic, like the main two unconditional benefic planets are in the Kendras for you. So, and also Saturn, we can't say it is a malefic here, because it is a Yoga Karaka planet and placed well in its own Rashi. So Saturn will also favor you during this time. So that is one thing, a very good important point to note here. And also to mention, Venus in the 7th house, the 6th lord in the 7th house, and he's also your Rashadipati. So during this time period, maybe like any kind of problems you had in your marital life, all the things will get resolved by itself. So because the 7th lord Mars, who was a bit strong before, now is actually weak or devoid of strength. So what happens here at that time is that you might reconsider your decision, or you might have actually reconsider for resolving any kind of differences or issues with your spouse, and you might reunite with your spouse. So if people who are already separated of Rishabh Rashi, so they may rethink, because Jupiter Vakri in the Rashi will give that kind of result. So because he is the 8th lord also, the change or the sudden shift of thoughts, all this Jupiter gives when it is placed along with Moon in the Rashi. So that might definitely happen. And also for artists of Rishabh Rashi, this might be a very favorable time for two reasons. Because Mars, though debilitated in 3rd house, Moon, the disposter, is placed in your Rashi and it is exalted. So for Moon related profession, that is for artistic people, this can be a very good time period, who are creative, who are designers. So even graphic designing, which is a Venus and Moon combination, because Moon Venus is in 1/7 axis now. So these people can definitely get a lot of push and support also from the benefic planets placed in 1/7 axis. So for Vrishabh Rashi, overall to say, of course, the 4th lord is in the 6th house, so the health of the mother is a concern, and the children health is also a concern. The way I said for Mesh Rashi, the same thing applies here also. So Sun Mercury combination in 6th house is definitely causing some kind of problem, but not to a major extent. So that can be avoided, because your Yoga Karaka is well placed and your Rashadipati is well placed. So the other things could be maintained. And from financial point of view, yes, you have to keep your expenses intact, because though Rahu is placed in 11th house and your 2nd lord Mercury is placed in 6th house, which is an Artha Trikona itself. So, but you have a habit of spending invariably without having an account of it. Rishabh Rashi, I don't see major amount of negative results. So it also will give some kind of good results, and especially for artistic profession, this could be a very changing time period also. Next, let's go to Mithun Rashi. So for Mithun Rashi natives, Mars becomes your 6th lord as well as the 11th lord. So Mars is completely a malefic planet to your Rashi, and it is placed in 2nd house. So from your Rashi, he got over and he came to 2nd house. So coming, having a malefic planet in the 2nd house, that too in a debilitated state, it's not a good sign. So during this time period, you may see you will have lot of crunch in savings. So you might struggle very hard to save money, and also to spend anything you might have to think 100 or 1000 times also, because when Mars or any kind of malefic comes into the 2nd house, and if the position is not that good, then you will have the problem. See, the Moon being exalted, the 2nd lord being exalted in 12th house, it shows that most of the spendings you do, even after having this kind of position, that Mars being debilitated in second house, the spendings which you do during this time period definitely will be for a good cause. You might spend for some dharmic related stuffs, or you might spend for family happiness, yes, but you'll not be able to save money. So that's one thing. So you might get a lot of expenditure which is for a good cause, and you'll not be able to avoid it. You may not be able to avoid it, but if you wish to, may happen, because Mercury, your Rashi Adhipati, is placed in 5th house along with the third lord Sun. So it is your efforts which can save you, or which can help you to save at least little bit of money. So instead of spending complete 1 lakh, if you can save at least 5-10,000, that also could be a game changing time period for you. So that also can come in handy in future. So that's why for Mithun Rashi, saving money should be the first priority during this time. But whatever money you will spend, that will be for a good cause only. And Venus, who is your 12th lord and 5th lord, will be in the 6th house. So this can see during in the workplace, if you have any plan of going abroad, or if you have any kind of issues with the on-site, because people usually working in private sector, they usually have an ongoing conversation on a daily basis with on-site. So with them also you might have some kind of problems or some kind of arguments also during this time. You might have to strategically manage them, because 5th, 6th, 12th getting connected, and also Jupiter being in 12th house. So it shows that you have to wisely handle any kind of conflicts arising at your workplace, because of Venus in 6th house. So it will generally avoid, and you will be able to do that, but you have to maintain some kind of patience. Even your fortune will favor during this time, so you have to maintain some kind of poise and some kind of patience, and then you have to do this. So for Mithun Rashi, from career point of view, definitely it's you have become a workaholic, a lot of work on your plate, lot of tensions, and lot of new things or peculiar things happening at your workplace because of Rahu Ketu in 410 axis. Of course, in your entire career, you wouldn't have seen so much of problems. That kind of issues, or that kind of queries might be, or that kind of client escalations might happen during this time period, because if it's in 410 axis. But because your fortune is favoring, and Shani very soon it will turn direct, so you just have to maintain some kind of patience, because though Shani is 8th and 9th lord, because it's a lord of a trikona, it will give major amount of auspicious results only. And Shani is also the friend of your lord Mercury as well, so you can definitely expect major amount of auspicious results from Shani. And that's why Mars, will be debilitated from 20th of October till 7th of December, because even 7th of December onwards also Mars is debilitated, but it will also be Vakri. So I'm just taking for the time period between 20th of October till 7th of December. So here till November 10th is somewhere you have to be more worried about how to manage. But after November 10th, Saturn becomes stationary, and then it will turn direct. So when Saturn is in a stationary position, so it will give invariable amount of auspicious results, and that's when you can actually see your fortune favoring you to a very great extent. And that's when most of your work, or it will support your career, because 10th house, if it is a house of career, 9th house is house of luck, and 11th house is for house of professional income. So the luck has to favor career, or else the person will not be able to go ahead in the career. So that's the major concept which we have to consider in career. So that's why it's very important to manage your work till November 10th. After that, you will be having little bit relaxed amount of time, because Shani will be moving from 9th house very close to 10th house. So the 9th and 10th connection, when it starts happening, so you will be little bit relieved. So that's for the Mithun Rashi natives. So this time period is actually a mixed time period again for you. So until Mercury is in the Tula Rashi, it's a good time period, because it's placed in a Trikona, so it will definitely give good results. So both of your Trikona lords are in Trikonas only. So, and also it is making connection with the other lords as well. So that also will give some amount of auspicious results. So it will protect you, basically, is what what I was trying to say. So this was for the Mithun Rashi natives. Next, coming to Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, Mars becomes your 5th and 10th lord, and Mars is the Yoga Karaka for Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi, becoming the Yoga Karaka, it gets debilitated in its own Rashi, because Mars gets debilitated in the Cancer Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, their lord is exalted in 11th house and their Yoga Karaka is debilitated in their Rashi. So it might happen that you yourself would be in a good strength to manage your work or to manage your daily routine well. So you may not need that amount of support of luck or fortune, and it may go on ease. So you will be capable of doing it by yourself, and things will definitely go in smooth. But it will support your career, because 10th house, if it is a house of career, 9th house is house of luck, and 11th house is for house of professional income. So the luck has to favor career, or else the person will not be able to go ahead in the career. So that's the major concept which we have to consider in career. So that's why it's very important to manage your work till November 10. After that, you will be having little bit relaxed amount of time, because Shani will be moving from 9th house very close to 10th house. So the 9th and 10th connection, when it starts happening, so you will be little bit relieved. So that's for the Mithun Rashi natives. So this time period is actually a mixed time period again for you. So until Mercury is in the Tula Rashi, it's a good time period, because it's placed in a Trikona. So it will definitely give good results. So both of your Trikona lords are in Trikonas only. So, and also it is making connection with the other lords as well. So that also will give some amount of auspicious results. So it will protect you, basically, is what I'm gonna what I was trying to say. So this was for the Mithun Rashi natives. Next, coming to Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, Mars becomes your 5th and 10th lord, and Mars is the Yoga Karaka for Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi, becoming the Yoga Karaka, it gets debilitated in its own Rashi, because Mars gets debilitated in the Cancer Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, their lord is exalted in 11th house and their Yoga Karaka is debilitated in their Rashi. So it might happen that you yourself would be in a good strength to manage your work or to manage your daily routine well. So you may not need that amount of support of luck or fortune, and it may go on ease. So you will be capable of doing it by yourself, and things will definitely go in smooth, but will require a lot of efforts, because your second lord sun is debilitated in 4th house and Ketu is placed in the 3rd house. So 3-9 axis of Rahu Ketu. So fortune favoring is not to that extent, because Rahu Ketu are not a good planets for the Karka Rashi or neither for the Simha Rashi, because it's a sun moon lordships which we are aware of, and that's why during this time period you might require a lot more efforts. And Saturn being in 8th house, the Ashtama Shani, so it will also not favor you to that great extent. So Mars being debilitated in your Rashi, it might just make you more furious, more short-tempered, because Moon's Rashi, Karka Rashi, usually have a fickle-minded nature. Though Moon is exalted in 11th house and is with a retrograde Jupiter, you will be wise at times, and at few times you won't be wise because of retrogression of Jupiter. The results also will come in a very bits and parts basis. So during this time period, you might get all of a sudden very furious, or you might pounce upon others also, or you might get into unwanted quarrels also. So these things also can happen. So that's why for Karka Rashi natives, it is advised to be calm, composed and be patientful enough, because till December 7 you can try to manage it. After that we can see, because there are a lot of planetary movements or changes will happen, because next from November 10th onwards Saturn will be stationary and then it will turn direct. So you will have that Ashtama Shani results also. Now because it is Vakri in 8th house, it is majorly giving you 7th house results. So you have problems from your spouse, relations with your spouse. So there is change in your family matters, and there's lot of things happening in your at your family end also, because second lord debilitated in fourth house along with the third lord as well as the 12th lord. So it shows that a lot of things happening at your family end also, that is even with your spouse, even with your siblings, or even with the siblings of your spouse. So a lot of restructuring kind of things happening at your family. So there could be a change in residence also during this time period, because Mars being in a Rashi will aspect 4th house as well as 7th house and 8th house. So Mars aspecting the 8th house is inevitably a good point, because Mars is being an yoga karaka is aspecting Saturn, who is placed in 8th house. So this might trigger some kind of arguments with your in-laws, or there might be a situation that you will make a very strong point against your in-laws, which will make them furious, but you will have an upper hand, that you will get the support of it. Because of moon being with the Jupiter, so you will get the support of it and you will be able to go ahead. So during this time period, you have to be bit wise enough in making your arguments. So if it's good to be logical, it's good to be courageous, but if it is done with proper way, or arguments are done in a wiser manner, so it will definitely fetch you better results. So this is for Karka Rashi, and Venus being your 11th lord as well as the 4th lord is placed in 5th house. The 4th lord in 5th house is generally a good one. So a Kendra lord in Trikona lord. So it is good for the happiness, and for Karka Rashi natives, your female children will bring you more happiness. So that's one thing. And also during this time period, any kind of educational pursuits, if you want to pursue, it is a good time period. For all the students of Karka Rashi natives, you don't have to hurry. Go as per your plan, study well and execute it. You will be able to do well. So this was for Karka Rashi natives. So seeing from all the 4 Rashis which I mentioned in this video, the best remedy is to chant Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis, and also to chant Rinamochana Lakshmi Nrisimha Stotra. So both of these stotras can help you in a very good way to strengthen the planet Mars. So it will minimize the inauspicious results of Mars, and it will increase or boost the auspicious results of Mars. So chanting Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis and also Rinamochana Lakshmi Narasimha Stotra will actually give you best results of planet Mars. So this is for this video from Mesha Rashi to Karka Rashi. In the next video, I'll go with Simha Rashi to Vrishchik Rashi. So until then, thank you and have a good day.